as I bled.
Hey guys, Apple Maniac YT here. As you saw from the title and the thumbnail, today I'm going to be doing an Apple collection video for Christmas 2021. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off with the left half of the top row, and then the right half, and then so on and so forth. So, first would be this iPhone 3G. I've had this since, I think, May of 2020. It works, it's on iOS 4.2.1, it's got like super glue all over the board, I don't know why. It doesn't have a screen right now. If I put a screen on it, it'll work just fine. Next is this iPhone 3GS that does have a screen that is not dead. This is running iOS 4.0. As you can see right there, I got this in a phone lot. The camera is damaged. It does not work, sadly. But I got this in a phone lot for free. It was pretty much a phone trade with one of my friends. I traded a crappy Android, got this and like 4 other iPhones that he didn't want. This was a long time ago. Next would be this iPhone 3GS. This is on iOS 6.1.6. Not much to say about it. Had it for a little while, I think. And then it's either this one or this one that I've had for a while. This one also on 6.1.6. This one I got in a phone trade, I think. Another phone trade with my dumb friend that doesn't know the value of old iPhones for some reason. Next would be this iPhone 3GS. It's a 32 gigabyte model in white. It works, just needs a screen. It's in horrible condition though. I love this thing. It's actually shockingly fast and usable with 32 gigabytes. I'm going to get a screen for it soon. May just transfer the screen from here. Don't know yet. Next is going to be this iPhone 4 right here. This is a regular iPhone 4. I got this in a phone lot earlier this year in April. The phone lot was $50, and I got 4 iPhone 4S models. This seems to be turning on now. It's on iOS 7.1.2, 8 gigabyte, I believe. It works perfect. It's in perfect condition. Not a single marking on it. I mean, you know, there's a tiny marking right there. Tiny bit of scuffing that you can't really see because this iPhone won't focus. I'm borrowing an iPhone 7 from my brother to film this video. So that's why the quality may not look as good. Alright guys, next iPhone. Oh, and the iPhone 4 just turned on. It is on 7.1.2. It needs to be set up because I reset it, and now it was not wanting to set up because I didn't have a SIM card in it for a while. This iPhone 4 CDMA model is on iOS 6.1.3. I got this on eBay for $7 last July. I love it. I think it's an 8 gigabyte, sadly. Might be a 16 gigabyte if that's an option for the CDMA. I don't know. Next is this other iPhone 4 CDMA model. No SIM, you can see right there. It's on iOS 7.1.2. It's pretty slow, but it seems to be turning on great. It's a 32 gigabyte model, and it was the first unlocked iPhone that I ever bought on eBay back in spring 2019. This is another iPhone 4 CDMA model. This one's in absolute mint condition. It is iCloud locked on 7.1.2, and what my idea is that I'm going to do sometime soon is I'm going to take the logic board from this iOS 6 device and move it into here, and then the iCloud locked logic board will go into this device on iOS 7, and the logic board from there will go into the iOS 6 device. Very confusing, and then I'll have an iCloud locked model right here, which, let's see, it just turned on. It's on 7.1.2. As you can see, let me focus the camera. Yeah, it works just fine, 32 gigabyte. I can't prove it because it's going to start popping up. Log in with your Apple ID. But then I'll have an iCloud locked one in that frame, and I can run it over or something. I don't know what I would do to it. Alright, next is going to be this iPhone 4S, I believe. Yeah. This would be an iPhone 4S right here. This one is on iOS 6.1.3. downgraded it for a YouTube video. It's an 8 GB model. Works great, actually really fast on iOS 6.1.3. Next is this other iPhone 4S. This one is on iOS 8.4.1. It's also an 8 GB model. Way faster on iOS 8.4.1 than on iOS 9. It doesn't seem like there'd be a big difference, but there honestly is a huge difference to me. But also a huge difference between 6.1.3 on here and then 8.4.1. Here is an iCloud locked iPhone 4S. I never took the stickers off of it. I got this like 3 months ago. Works just fine. Probably beat it up sometime soon for a YouTube video. Next would be this other iPhone 4S that's iCloud locked. That is currently, it's not dead, but it is damaged. It's stuck in recovery mode. It's iCloud locked. This one is, if you saw my latest video before this one, I ran it over with a dirt bike 8 times, and it somehow fared really well. Barely broke right there, and the back shattered. Didn't expect that after getting run over 4 times by a dirt bike, or 8 times. Alright, let's move on to the next row. Alright guys, now we're on the next row. I'm going to start out with this iPhone 5. This is a black and slate model. I got this back in 2019, September 2019. The only damage is a slight bit of cracking right there. It's really hard to see. It works perfectly fine, and earlier today I used my new MacBook down there, you can't really see it, to downgrade this using Nightshade to iOS 6.1.3, I think. Let me see. It is a tethered downgrade. I may make a tutorial soon. Let me know in the comments. 6.1.2. But it worked really good on iOS 6. Next is this iPhone 5. It's also been downgraded with Nightshade to iOS 9.2.1. 9.2.1. It works great. The first iPhone I ever owned was an iPhone 5 on iOS 9.2.1. Also a white model, so that's why I did this. Just for fun. And now, this is an iCloud locked iPhone 5. It is black and slate. It's in mint condition other than the little scuffs. It's on iOS 10.3.4, I believe. I'm really just keeping it for parts and because the frame is mint other than the scratches on the back. Next is this iPhone 5C that's probably dead. It is a yellow model, yeah, in a white frame. It's dead, sadly. It's on iOS 7.1.1. I can't show it right now, but it's been shown in different videos if you want to go back and prove to yourself that it is on iOS 7. I got this for $20 on eBay back in 2019. Works great. I actually use this a lot, believe it or not, just for fun, just to get the nostalgic iOS 7 experience. This is an iPhone 5S. This is running iOS 10.1.1. Let me show you. 10.1.1. It's working perfect. I got this in April 2020, right before I wanted to start my YouTube channel, so that's nice. It's in mint condition other than the screen. It has just some small cracking on the screen, and then the rest of the frame has, tiny nicks, but it's not that bad. Next is this yellow iPhone 5C. This was originally white. It was a really beat up white frame. It's on iOS 10.3.3, I think. It's in horrible condition. I've had this since October 2019. Or maybe November, actually. Yeah. This was the original frame that was on that, so it would have been December, actually. So I've had this one for a while. And the final one for this shot will be this iPhone 6. I don't know if it's charged. It is sadly dead, but you can see it does have the old style because that's an iOS 8.3. It's a 16 gigabyte model, I think. It works great. I've had this also since December of 2019. Alright, guys. Now with this iPhone 6. Whoops. This was the first iPhone 6 I ever owned. This was the first iPhone I ever owned, other than my iPhone 5. Got this in 2017. It's probably dead. It's on 12. It's iOS 12.5.5 right now. Works great. 16 gigabyte model. I really love this phone. It was a refurbished model, though. It does have a little tag saying it was refurbished. Next would be this iCloud locked iPhone, iPhone 6. Or this one's not the iCloud locked one. This one just has water damage and cannot connect to a screen. I don't know. I got this on eBay just to take the screen and battery and put it into this. Now, this iPhone 6, this one is iCloud locked. Got this one also back in September 2019. Not September, December. Along with this iPhone 6 that was iCloud locked at the time. But this was the other one. It was a lot of two. Next is going to be this iPhone 6S. This is, if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, you'd know that this is part of my 400 subscriber special video. I did add some extra stuff to it by blowing it up with a firecracker recently, but it does not work, obviously. It's really beaten up. It's a rose gold iPhone 6S, and it never worked to begin with. Next, this iPhone 6S. This one is extremely heavy. It works, but it needs an iPhone 6S battery because it has an iPhone 7 battery right now. It's on iOS 13.7. This is actually the only iOS 13 device that I own. This is an iPhone 7, matte black, 32 gigabyte. This is running iOS 14.0.1. It has loop disease, shattered screen, broken home button, no back camera, no front-facing camera. This thing is horrible. Also, no battery because the battery is stuck inside of there. Next, this rose gold iPhone 7. I used this to film my videos for about 5 months. It works great. One tiny crack in the screen right there, but other than that, it's in pretty much mint condition. Yeah, not another single scratch on it or tiny marking right there. It's kind of hard to see. Whatever. Yeah, I love this phone. It is also a 32 gigabyte model, sadly. Alright, down to the third row. First would be my iPhone 8, my gold iPhone 8. I used this from June 2020 to September 2021 when I switched to a red iPhone 8 that I no longer have. You'll hear more about that in a sec. I love this thing. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. Yeah, it's a 64 gigabyte model. And this is running iOS 15 beta because I still haven't updated it. Next is my iPhone 13. That is my current phone. I'm getting messages like crazy. I need to close them. I love this thing. I did an unboxing of it recently. It's a 512 gigabyte model. This gets used every day, and I've already used like 40 gigabytes on it. It's crazy. This is the fastest phone I've ever used in my life. Next would be this iPod Touch 6th generation. This thing is horrible. The corner is all beaten in. It's hard to tell because this iPhone 7 will not focus. Yeah, anyway. The reason I don't have the red iPhone 8 anymore is because I had to do a Verizon trade-in for the iPhone 13. Yeah, this thing, it works. The battery needs to be replaced. The battery stopped working, and it boot loops. But you can't replace the battery on these because it's soldered to the motherboard, which sucks. Because it's a working 32 gigabyte model. Oh, good God. This would be another 6th generation iPod Touch. It's iCloud locked. The screen is shattered. I tried selling it to the Eco ATM once, and it didn't work, so I bent it in half. This thing is horrible. I don't know why I even have it. It's dangerously close to my iPhone 13. Next would be this iPod Shuffle. I love this thing. I got this when I was like 5 years old. It has some old songs on it. I don't know what's on it. Don't know what generation of iPod Shuffle it is. Don't know much about it in general. But all I know is I really love this device. It's really important to me. And you can kind of see this iPad 2 in the frame, so I might as well do it. This is obviously an iPad 2. It works just fine. I think it's charged. Yeah, I downgraded it to iOS 6.1.3 off camera. I got this earlier this year, I think in like July, and then didn't make a video until like September. Works great. iOS 6.1.3, thanks to Apple still allowing OTA downgrades. Apple, please patch that, because people are going to start making a ton of money off their old iPhones as soon as you patch it, including me. Alright, now on to the rest of the iPads. This is an iPad Mini 2. This was the first iPad that I ever owned. Got this for my 7th birthday, and I still have it. It's in terrible condition. I today downgraded it to iOS 10. The LCD is even damaged, believe it or not, if I press down there. I downgraded it to iOS 10.3.3 today using, I don't know what I used, Leetdown, on my new MacBook. I love this thing because it was my first iPad, obviously. And now it's back on iOS 10, the same iOS version it was on when I got it. So, this thing's really nice. Oh, wait. It's actually a lot faster on iOS 10 than iOS 12. And I really liked the design of iOS 10. So I'm just really happy I was able to downgrade it. This is my iPad Air 2, my main iPad that I honestly don't use. I use that more just because I mess around with it, with jailbreaking it so many times. I do it all the time. This thing works great. It's on iOS 15, or iPad OS 15 beta. I think 15.0 beta, actually. Like beta 6, I believe. Next is iPad 7th gen that my mom found in a parking lot. And she put it on Facebook asking if anyone knew whose this was. And nobody claimed it, so she asked me to unlock it for her because it's iCloud locked. And Checkra still hasn't updated to support iOS 15, which is ridiculous because it's running iOS 15.0.1. Alright, on to the other devices. Alright, first are these pair of AirPods first generation. They're extremely dirty, so I'm not going to show a close-up of them open, even though I just did. They work great. I used these for a little over a year, actually. Actually, a year and a half, to be honest. Next are these AirPods 3rd gen that I got for Christmas. I absolutely love these. They pair amazing with my iPhone 13 because newest AirPods, newest iPhone, you know. And I can actually use the wireless charging spot for the AirPods on my wireless charging stand. It's a 3-in-1 setup. This is my 2014 MacBook Air 11-inch. I love this thing. I actually use this a lot. I use it to edit my YouTube videos now. So this video that you're watching has been edited on this MacBook. I'm not joking. I need to log in, but I'm not going to because there's no point. Works great. It's on macOS Mojave 10.14.6. When I got it, it was on High Sierra 10.13.3, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong about 10.13.3. I'm not very familiar with Macs. Next is my Apple Watch. This is an Apple Watch SE. It's really dirty right now. Kind of hard to see the SE right there. It is a 40 millimeter. I love this thing. It is in the space gray color. I literally wear it every day. And yeah, it's a great Apple Watch. This is just an Apple AirTag that I got for Christmas. You can see the iPhone 7 that I'm recording with. I have a little case that I put this in, and I put it on my dog's collar because he's an escape artist and keeps escaping the fence. So now I can see whenever he leaves, and I can track him. It's kind of funny. I can tell my friends that I'm tracking my dog. Yeah, that's, not something that everyone does. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a lot of time to set up, a lot of time to film. I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe, leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below telling me what I should do next. And should I do a tutorial for how to use Elite Down and even Elite Down for the iPad Mini 2, and then Nightshade for the iPhone 5s? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, peace out, guys.